In a recent community post, I asked, if a member of a family gets caught on tape mentioning people and it causes legal trouble for these people, he's not looked at in a good light. What are your thoughts? 83% of the viewers said he shouldn't be talking about what other people are doing or did. Let's get into it. On December 11, 1990, a few minutes before 7 p.m., FBI agents entered 247 Mulberry Street, the location of the Ravenite Social Club. They arrested John Gotti, Frankie Locascio, and Sammy Gravano, who would be charged with a massive racketeering indictment, including several murders. After their arrest, their legal team stepped in to start preparing a defense. But as 1991 rolled around, the government submitted a motion to disqualify the attorneys, Gerald Shargell, Bruce Cutler, and John Pollack, from representing Gotti and his co-defendants. The government's position was the attorneys represented the enterprise being the Gambino family, and accepted fees paid by its boss, John Gotti. And this in itself was proof of association to the charges in the indictment. In addition, because the attorneys were present during incriminating conversations, they violated the American Bar Association's Code of Professional Ethics. The government used electronic surveillance to intercept audio and video communications of John Gotti and members of the Gambino family. These intercepts mainly came from the Ravenite Social Club. In an effort to support their motion that the defense lawyers were indeed house counsel to the Gambino family, the prosecution relied on the recorded words of John Gotti himself. In one conversation, Gotti spoke about meeting Shargell for the first time and that he assured the lawyer that our friends will use you. He explained that he knew Shargell since he was an ambulance chaser, comparing him to lawyers who linger at the scenes of accidents or in hospitals to drum up business with potential clients. I want to interject and say Jerry Shargell was by no means an ambulance chaser. In fact, he was considered to have one of the greatest legal minds in the country. Gotti would bash both Shargell and Cutler, who he referred to as muck and fuck, and equated to high-priced errand boys. On one occasion, he even called his lawyer rats. A New York Daily News article dated April 3, 1991, headlined "Shut Up." The article reported a hidden microphone in the Ravenite overheard Gotti giving Shargell a tongue lashing for talking too much with a news reporter. Later, Gotti was heard saying, "I'm going to show him a better way than the elevator out of his office." The government played tapes suggesting the Gotti lawyers were present at the Ravenite and obstructed justice and encouraged perjury. The most damaging tapes also came from Gotti. One such tape has him stating, "Where does it end? Gambino crime family? This is the Shargell, Cutler, and what do you call a crime family?"
Where's that? Gambino crime family. This is the Shargell, Cutler, and what do you call crime family?
He went on to say that the lawyers were taking money under the table.
You know and I know that they know that you're taking the money to the table.
And further added that the lawyers were breaking the law by representing them.
Every time you take a client on, all of a sudden you're breaking the law.
In yet another conversation, he said, if they, meaning the government, want to really break Bruce Cutler's balls, what did he get paid off of me? He ain't defending me 3 years ago. I paid taxes on $36,000. What could I have paid him? In other words, he only claimed $36,000 for his yearly income, so how could he afford a high-priced lawyer? Obviously, his statement confirms that Cutler took cash, which he never filed on his taxes. These conversations were bad for the lawyers, especially for Shargell, who in the mid-'80s was summoned to testify before a grand jury in regard to money given to him by Roy DeMeo. Apparently, the money was handed to him in a paper bag. Shargell testified to meeting with DeMeo in October 1981 near Mulberry Street. He claims DeMeo handed him a paper bag, which only contained $2,000. He said the money was for his continued legal services and for representing DeMeo. However, Freddie Danone, a member of DeMeo's crew and driver, told the grand jury a different story. According to him, they met Shargell in Little Italy in front of Ferraris. Shargell got out of a white Jaguar, and Roy handed him a bag of money. They were discussing Nino Gadgi's case and Paulie Pinto's appeal. When DeMeo returned to the car, he stated, "I just gave him $150,000. Between him and Paulie, they're breaking me." In another recorded conversation, Gotti admitted to paying the lawyers $300,000 in 1 year. That statement alone gave the government ammunition to show the lawyers conspired to defraud the government on their tax returns. Federal Judge Leo Glazier, in a 37-page decision, granted the government's motion and disqualified the attorneys. He ordered the defendants to get new trial counsel. By losing their preferred legal team, Gotti and his co-defendants were at a disadvantage. The disqualified attorneys were considered the best at defending racketeering cases. Had these conversations not taken place, who knows if the outcome might have been different?